Hello everyone, as you guys probably already know, I have a comic. It's called Nadir, Nadir. You can find it either on Webtoon or on my Tumblr, under the Nadir comic under the Nadir comic tag. On both of those, I'm still 3 sites 1 eye because I'm not very creative with my usernames. And also there's probably gonna be like spoilers in this video for all of it, since this is kind of like a speed paint of the entire comic. So like if you haven't read it yet, you should probably go now. So yeah, like I've been working on this project with these characters for like literally months, and it's kind of weird that it's over. Like you guys, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen that I've like made animatics with these characters, whereas like the story changed from those animatics to what it is in the comic. But like I've had these characters for a while, and I've had like the general story for a while. Now it's like over, and that's kind of weird. Originally the story was that like instead of killing Gray and Ariana, Gale just like killed a bunch of random people. But I was like, then I figured out that like I didn't really have a plan for Gray and Ariana, and I thought it would be more like emotionally impactful if the people he killed were his friends. And then like that kind of changed the whole story and how it like came out. So I don't know. It's fun. Yeah, originally the story was gonna be a lot longer because I had like a whole backstory for them, and I had these whole like world building things. Basically, like the colony on Titan, it was like a hydrocarbon mining quote unquote thing, which is why the colony was there, and there were like a bunch of different groups. So there were like the engineers, which is what Gray was, and then there was like more like a military type. That was what Ariana was. And there were like the people like kind of doing the labor, and that was what Gale and Russell were. And the reason that they were that is because they were criminals, and essentially they got into a deal with like because instead of jail time, they got to just like go to the colony. And it's funny because like the whole backstory I have of them being criminals is just like really stupid. So like they're smugglers, but what they smuggle is Kinder eggs, which is like mostly a joke, but it's also just like kind of really funny. They just like smuggle Kinder eggs, weed, and beat up homophobes, and yeah. Also like I don't think it's ever explicitly stated in canon, even though it's like super duper implied. But you know, Gale and Russell are like gay, right? You guys know they're dating. They're like super gay. Yeah. So like I don't know. I just think it's a funky backstory for them. Just like them riding around on like their sci-fi motorcycle, smuggling Kinder eggs. Uh, Fun fact: this like whole thing started out with actually like it's like a sci-fi D&D campaign. And like no shade to the DMs, except maybe kind of a little bit of shade. But like none of us were really enjoying like the story that was being made with like the characters, so then it kind of wound up ending early. It was like a whole thing with like I don't know, there was gonna be like a revolution or like the military, so it just didn't work with a lot of our characters, so it ended early. But I was already attached because Gale was my character, and then okay, all of my friends' characters, I just kind of took the general idea of honestly the characters that they played and the characters that I made. They're like very different. I just kind of took like the very, very basic idea of the characters. And I just essentially just took the setting from the sci-fi campaign, and like, yeah, those are the only things that I wouldn't say like are 100% mine, but like everything else, like the characters, the whole story, like even like the aliens and stuff, those are mine, baby. So I don't know, it's fun. Like you can take, I don't know. It's just like it's kind of weird that it's like over now, because this again, this is something I've been working on for a really, really, really long time, and like I decided that I would finally like sit down and actually like make it this summer, and like, ooh, coming this summer, my comic, and I did it. And it's just like it's a weird feeling, but it's like a good feeling. I don't know. This is just like something I've worked on for a long time. And if you haven't read my comic, please check it out. And if you've already read it, reread it. I spent literally like 100-ish hours making it. And definitely more time actually writing it, more time actually figuring out like the whole story. I don't know if you guys are in my Discord, which, hey guys, if you're not in my Discord, I posted it in the community tab, so like hit me up. I kind of went into more detail about like their whole backstory, and also like I posted some like concept art of like when I was still figuring out the whole thing. But like I don't know, it's like so. My favorite thing about having made this comic is like sometimes, like on YouTube, somebody like people will comment like, "Oh, I really like your comic." And it's like obviously I'm proud of myself because this took a really long time, and I'm happy with the story. But I'm just like mostly happy that like other people like it, because this is something I worked on for a long time. Okay, that's like the end of this video, so, thanks for watching, and thanks for reading. Bye.